So today I want to talk about a problem that anyone in sales has run into at some point. This goes for business owners as well, and that problem is having a low sales conversion rate. What I mean by that is the leads are coming in, your salespeople are doing their jobs, they're issuing proposals, they're issuing quotes, they're following up on those quotes and proposals, but they're just not closing enough deals. And so we know that you're going to go through this at some time. Sometimes the factors are outside of your control, but there's five things that I'm going to talk about here that you need to make sure that you're doing. And these five things will help you raise that floor. May not raise that ceiling, but it's going to raise that floor, and it's going to help when you go into those downturns, or if you have certain members on your sales team that are underperforming. It's going to lift that floor, and therefore it will raise the overall success and revenue of the company. So let's get into those five things. So, first, number one is timing, being responsive to the needs of a potential buyer. When you get an inquiry as a salesperson, you should acknowledge that inquiry as quickly as possible, even if you cannot give a full, complete answer to the question. Uh, because if the prospect hears nothing at all for a certain amount of time, they are likely to just go someplace else. If you at least hit them with an acknowledgement, give me a little time to get back to you. Let me research this. Let me get you the best answer possible. They will likely be patient and give you enough time to come back with a full answer. So that's number one. Be responsive. Number two, marketing. Don't just think of marketing as a tool to generate new leads. Marketing plays a huge role in the sales process from start to finish, and it continues to play a role even once that sale has been closed and you have a customer now. Marketing can be used to supplement the follow up routine of a salesperson. Pepper your marketing messaging in between salesperson outreach. And what you'll find is you're having the same effect with those marketing communications as you would with a sales follow up, but you're not really hitting someone over the head with, are you going to buy? When are you going to close? Those types of salesy inquiries, to the potential buyer. So use marketing as a tool. So make sure that as those prospects come into your pipeline, that they're getting pushed to your marketing lists and that the messaging in your marketing is appropriate for those types of individuals. Number three, customer testimonials and success stories. Make sure that when you do have successful projects, that when you do solve a problem for a client or for a customer, make a library of those stories, case studies, quotes from, you get an email from a happy customer saying, hey, this is great. Thank you so much. You guys did a great job. Take that, ask that customer or client, hey, do you mind if we can just take this quote and put it on our website? And more than likely, they would be fine with it or happy to. So make sure that you put these stories on your website, and don't just put them in a secluded area on your website, like a drop down menu, look at our case studies and testimonials. Put those stories and those quotes throughout your website in highly trafficked areas. So on popular products or explanations about your services, your pricing page, whatever it is, put those types of stories and blurbs there because that's where people are likely to see them. Take those same stories and testimonials and turn them into email templates. Create a library of these case studies and stories. Make sure that those templates are accessible to your sales team, your salespeople in the CRM, so that they can easily, with a few mouse clicks, send an email with that content to a prospective buyer. So that's your testimonials and project success stories. Next, formalize your follow up process. So, as a company, as a team, it is a good idea to get on the same page as far as, hey, what's roughly the typical duration of our sales cycle? How many times should we be reaching out to a potential buyer throughout that process? Should it be emails? Should it be phone calls? That sort of thing. Should we use text messaging? And try to formalize it so that uh, salespeople do not let things fall through the cracks. Okay, give them reminders when it's been a certain number of days or weeks since the last time they reached out to a prospect, or go direct to the prospect with some automated messaging. So make sure you formalize the process. You're going to have high performing salespeople that are seasoned and experienced, and they may not need those kinds of tools, but you're going to have junior salespeople or some that might be underperforming, and that type of formalization will really help lift that floor again. Uh, so then, last thing is pick up the phone and call. We these days have shied away from using the phone as a tool to talk to our prospects and customers. We are always texting and emailing and using our cell phones for that. It really does work when you pick up the phone, you make a phone call, you have that personal interaction, and it is just a better tool to use when you're especially not getting any traction through emails alone. So those are my 5 tips. You should be doing all of them. I'm interested if I left anything out of my list. I'd like to hear from you. Please put it in the comments or send me an email back. And I wish you the best of luck.